Building a sustainable tiny home on wheels requires carefully planning, material selection, and design consideration. Here are some brilliant tips to help you build a sustainable 225.57 square feet tiny home on wheels. The first aspect is about materials and design. The first point about it is use reclaimed or recycled materials. Incorporate reclaimed wood, recycle metal, and repurpose materials to reduce waste. And then for the second point, it's about choose sustainable insulation. Opt for eco-friendly insulation materials like wool, recycled denim, or spray foam. And then for the third point, is about select low VOC paints and finishes. Use low volatile organic compound or VOC paints and finishes to improve indoor air quality. And then for the fourth point, it's about design for natural light. You have to maximize natural light with large windows, skylights, and clerestory windows. And then it's about the energy efficiency aspect. The first point about it is about solar power. You have to install solar panels to generate electricity and reduce reliance on the grid. And then for the second point about the energy efficiency, it's about energy efficient appliance. Choose energy efficient appliances such as LED lighting to minimize energy consumption. And then for the third point is about insulate and seal. Ensure power insulation and sealing to prevent heat loss and reduce energy bills. And then for the fourth point is about rainwater harvesting. Install a rainwater harvesting system to collect and store rainwater for non-potable uses. And then for the water conservation aspect, it has a 3 points. The first point is about low flow fixture. Install low flow shower heads, toilets, and sink to conserve water. And then for the second point, it's about gray water system. And you have to implement a gray water system to reuse water from sinks, shower, and washing machines. And then for the third point is about composting toilet. It's include that you have to consider a composting toilet to reduce water consumption and produce nutrient-rich compost. And then for the waste management aspect, it has a 3 point. And the first point is about composting. Implement a composting system to manage food waste and reduce landfill waste. And then for the second point, it's about recycling. Incorporate recycling bins and participate in local recycling programs. Then for the third point, it's about minimize waste. Design your tiny home to minimize waste generation using materials and product with minimal packaging. And then it has a 3 point for additional tips. The first point is use locally sourced materials. Choose materials sourced locally to reduce transportation emission. And then for the second point of additional tips is about incorporate plants, add plants and greenery to improve air quality, reduce stress, and enhance aesthetics. And then for the third point, it's about monitor and adjust. Continuously monitor your energy water consumption, making adjustment as needed to optimize sustainability. And then for the budget breakdown, the budget breakdown include materials, labor, solar panel, rainwater harvesting, and gray water system. And for the materials, it's around 50 until 60% of total budget. And for the labor, it's around 20 until 30% of total budget. And then for the solar panel and energy efficient appliance, it's around 10 until 20% of total budget. And then for the rainwater harvesting and gray water system, it's around 5 until 10% of total budget. And then for the timeline, it includes research and planning, takes time 2 until 3 months, and then for the design and permitting, it takes time around 1 until 2 months, and then for the construction, it takes time 6 until 9 months, and then for the completion and move-in, it takes time 1 until 2 months. Okay, well, by incorporating this sustainable design principle, materials, and system, you can create an eco-friendly tiny home on wheels that not only reduce your environmental footprint but also provides a healthy and comfortable living space.